If you're like most, you've probably heard at some stage in your life that, hey, don't you think you need a break? Well, do we really need to have a break? Can we just keep doing things all the time? Do we have to have that? Well, let's have that discussion now, because I'm going to talk to you about the importance of downtime and how you can actually utilize that concept of downtime to really take control of your health and your mental well-being heading forward. So let's have a look at balance to begin with, okay? Now, we've heard all about this thing called life-work balance, because it's not actually as simple as it's made out to be. What we really have is, throughout the day, we're constantly putting in things into our stress bucket. And as we weigh that down, we end up with our scales tipping the wrong way. And when it starts tipping the wrong way like this, this is when we start having problems with health, amongst other things. So what we really need to do is we need to counterbalance that throughout the week to make sure that we have an even weighted system. And this really is all about reward and fulfillment. And this is what happens with our frontal lobes of our brain with this neuromodulator called dopamine. So anytime you achieve something, you feel fulfilled, you feel like you got a reward, and this is all done via dopamine. But if we constantly keep pushing the stress in and never get anything back from it, we tilt that, and this is where we start getting knocked about. There are a few things that you can just make sure that you incorporate throughout your week that may actually kind of tilt this in a balance in your way and allow you to cope with things a lot better. So number one is make sure you have a tech off time. So this is a time where everything goes off. Sleep is a very important mechanism for rejuvenating, regenerating, and balancing out our balance scales. But this is really dependent upon the effectiveness and the quality of sleep. And if you're doing things on screens for the last 2 hours of the day, you're really going to be knocking that about. So number one is make sure you have a tech off time at least 2 hours prior to going to bed. The second thing is make sure you do one thing every day that is for you. Not because you have to do it, not because you need to do it, but because you want to do it. So make sure there's at least one thing every day that you do for the sake of you. Next thing is don't underrate silence. And when I say silence, I don't just mean not hearing things, I mean not talking as well. So vocal, making noise, hearing noises all around you, all this needs to be processed, and this is also a workload on the brain. So having a period of the day where there's just silence, there's just you, whatever it is, make sure there is a period of your day, every day, where there is some level of silence just to allow your brain to reboot. Make sure each week you have time for fun. What do I mean by that? Do something that you love doing because you really want to do it each week. I'm not talking about the once a day type thing. I'm talking sometime where you spend a considerable period of time just doing what you love, whether it be exercise, whether it be playing cards, whether it be drawing, whether it be taking photos, whatever it is. Make sure there's a period in your week, every single week, where you're doing something that you actually love. And the final thing is make sure that you also have time for growth. If your brain is not growing, it's shrinking. So we need to make sure we're getting time for growth. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean hard work or anything. It might be read a book because there's something you want to learn. It might be sit down and practice something like playing an instrument. Whatever it is, make sure there's a period of time each week that you devote to improving your brain. And that usually comes from learning something new, whether it be something physical, such as playing a sport, training for a sport, whether it be something with music, or whether it be something to do with your brain directly. All of that's fine, but make sure there is a period of time each week for growth. So all of these together, when we put them in each week, what we allow us to do is to balance our buckets out. If we've got good balanced buckets, it helps stabilize our brain function and allows you to get through those tough weeks, especially when we have a winter like we've had this winter. All right, guys, if you do have any questions, please post down below and I'll get back to you with anything that you may have. Otherwise, feel free to message me whenever you want. Otherwise, I'm Trev from SpineWise, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye for now.